Hi everyone, welcome to BumbleBeeCrafts. Thanks for tuning in to another Fabric Friday video from me. Exciting, I love my Fabric Fridays and I hope you guys do too. I just wanted to say a quick shout out and welcome to all of my new subscribers. I've had quite a few recently, so thank you very much for subscribing. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications. I have videos coming out Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and they're a right mix of all sorts of things. Fridays is fabric, so if you're interested in incorporating fabric in your junk journaling or just to have a play with scraps of fabric, then Fridays are for you, but I do other stuff on the other days. So yeah, so today's video is all about fabric masterboards. I wanted to give it a go. I've kind of done some in the past, and I've certainly done some paper masterboards in the past as well, but I wanted to do revisit it in my Fabric Friday video with you, and it was inspired by Mari. Hello Mari, hope you're doing well. I hope I pronounced your name right. Thank you very much. I know you when we messaged the other day or a week or so ago when you were doing some Fabric Fridays videos, you said about you've got lots of scraps, you need to do a masterboard. I thought, oh yes, that's a brilliant idea. I haven't done a proper full-on masterboard yet. I've done it as if it's been a journal cover, and kind of we did that patchwork, that lovely pink patchwork one, but I wanted to do a masterboard that I would either scan and use as a digital, or I could cut up and take elements from it. So that's inspired by you, my friend. So here we go. This is one that I've made. Now the size that I have used of the card, it's 32.5 centimeters by 23 centimeters, which is roughly around 12 3/4 inches that way, and I think it's just over 9 inches that way, and that's roughly the size I use for a journal cover. So if this was to be a journal cover, it would be folded in half and that would be the cover. I don't think it could be because I've got a button right on the corner there, so this is definitely a masterboard, and you can see the back. It doesn't matter how messy your back is. And when I've stitched it, I haven't gone straight. I've gone all over the place to try and catch the fabrics on there. And then I've just decorated it up with some diamantes there. I've sewn some buttons on, added lace on the top layer. I've even done a little fabric flower with a flower button in the middle. You can do all sorts on the top of here, so I just thought we'd do some more and have a bit of a play. Now you don't, as I said, you can use any size of board as your base or card. This is a 12 by 12 scrapbooking pad. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I would use this particular design, but I thought if we had a go at doing one this size, that would make it really nice to cut it up into like some 4-inch tags or pockets and some skinnier ones. So I thought we'd have a go at doing this one first, but I just wanted to show you that you could do any size and that this is what I've kind of had a play with. So what I do first is tend to decide on whether I'm going to do a colour scheme. This one has got all sorts of colours, but it is mainly muted colours with a little bit of pop here and there. You can do all sorts. You can do a whole riot of colours, and literally you could use any coloured scraps and just stick them all down and have a make this wonderful colourful board, or you can be quite specific in how you put things down and stick with a colour scheme. I have to say most of my scraps in here are the pinks, the greens, there's some floral prints here, there's a few other colours. But what I tend to do first is put a base layer like I did on here. I put all these neutral colours down first. There wasn't any patterns or anything, it was just block colours that I put down to give me a base, and then I decided I then put a second layer on with like the pink this way, put a pink there, this one's got a bit of a pattern on, and then once I'd put a bit of colour on top of that, I then went ahead and put lace on there, so it's several layers that I'm building up. So what I thought I would do is just have a little rummage. Is that on camera? Kind of. Just have a little rummage and see what we have got. Now, we know things like that are going to work together. Even possibly some greens. That green would work in there. We could have that colour in there. What else have we got in here? There is another bit of that. With the purple, I don't think the purple's going to go. Ah, there's some more of that green. Just dropped some. How about that blue? That blue would go nicely. What about some green spots? No, I don't think so. Do we want any brown? Brown might. Let's have a little look. What's left under here? There's a darker blue, but I think that's too dark. Okay, I've been using my scraps for different things as well, so I don't have too many scraps, but I just really wanted to do a masterboard. So if you wanted to, I mean, you don't have to have small tiny scraps. I'm just looking in here. I've got another bit of that that's a bigger bit there that I think will go. I don't think that's, no, that's not going to go. Oh, there's a green, bigger bit of green here. And that's not a journal cover size, so that's a bit of green that could go in there. I really wanted a little bit more yellow. What about this? I know it's honeycomb, but yeah, we can have a little bit more yellow in there, and preferably a little bit more blue. Well, that's a tiny bit of blue, isn't it? We can use that on the top, I think. Oh, I have got some more blue here. We can cut that up. So there we go. That's kind of like a colour scheme that I'm going for. As these are quite patterned, I'm going to take the ones that are really patterned out and just put a base layer of these down, I think. Just some yellows and some greens and some browns and a bit of blue, and then we can place these on top to decorate. Okay, so we've got a bit of a plan, so let's start. Let's just start putting this down, and I'm actually just going to cut these up so that they're smaller pieces. And all I do to start with is I just tack it down with good old Fabri-Tac glue. But this is my glue of choice for fabric. But if you've got a one you like, just use the one that you like. One of the YouTube videos I watched ages ago, she just used Pritt Stick to stick it all down and hold it, because she then sewed over it afterwards. But I'm not sure. I just wondered. Let me wonder, see if we can do that. The only reason is I haven't ordered any Fabri-Tac glue yet, and I filled that up, and that's only taken it to about 2/3. So I need to order some more. So I'm just making sure I am going slightly over the edge. We'll just see how well this sticks, shall we? And then let's have another piece here, would be good. And then one more piece down at the bottom. Let's just cut the strip off here. And we're going to just put this in here. Yeah, let's see how the Fabri-Tac, Pritt Stick glue will just tack it, because that's all we're doing is just tacking it down basically. And this is my Elmer's Goes On Purple, Dries Clear. And I don't know if it says it's what it's suitable for. Under here, does it? Let's have a little look. No, that's just other foreign languages under there. Oh well, we'll give it a go. Okay, what do we want? Do we want a bit of blue next? So let's just cut. Well, this should tear actually. Yeah, it does tear nicely. So how's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. You got much spring weather where you are this month? Well, we're now into May, so I'm hoping that the warmer weather doesn't have to be too warm. I don't want too hot, but just some warmer weather will arrive, because it's really been cold this April. How's it been for you guys? I know we've had extreme weathers. Okay, so do I want a bit next to it there? I do. And I'm just overlapping them slightly as well, so that when we stitch around. Okay, where do we want the other bit of blue? Should we have that down the bottom here? And as you can see, I'm not, sometimes I'll go on the fabric, sometimes I'll go on the card. I think what I will do is, this will probably be good for ones going on top, just to put a base layer down. I'm hoping this would work. So we've got some of this, or should we have some of the green? Yep, let's go with some of this green. I don't know if this tears. Oh, it does. That's not tears quite nicely. Rocks up a little bit, but that's fine. Okay. I'm going to pop that on the end there. Okay. It does appear, look, it's quite sticky. I wouldn't have said it's very strong, but I think it will work for enough to be able to then do our base layer and stitch around it all. So let's have another piece of this, and I think I'm going to go up here this time. There. Oh, that would work along there, wouldn't it? Oops. Okay. Got lots of bits on this one. This is left over from my garden journal. So I think I'm going to just come down to about there. And I'm going to go this way round actually, because then I'm going to tuck it under here. And under. No, I like that showing. There we go. Okay, so that's a bit of that. Now we haven't got any yellow on here yet. But the yellows, well, this bit's yellow is a bit bigger. Let's use some of this. And we can, let's get rid of this where that's folded. And what I'm thinking is we'll have a little swatch on here, but I'm only going to go to about here with it. So it only just covers there, so when we put a second layer on, what I'll do is I'll pop something over this bit here. Right, now I'm going to split that up a little bit again, I think. And I'm just going to go on that corner there. We can pop a little bit more of that on in a bit. We haven't got any of this blue. This would be nice. Yeah, I like that there. So let's put a bit of glue. Oops. Put a bit of glue on here. Now again, that doesn't quite meet there, but that's fine. We can put something over that. That's nice. I like that. So what do we want? Should we have a strip down here? And do we have it like so? Yeah, think it like that. So tuck that under there. Like so. Now we've got a little bit of this. This is nice, but I think I might do some of that in a bit. What others do we have? We still have a bit of this, don't we? So we don't need it all. We want to come about here. And we really only want to come out to about here. So it's a bit like collaging, to be perfectly honest. The masterboards are. You're just collaging with fabric. Yeah, I'm thinking the same principle. Just wondering if that would have been better. No. We've got a little bit too much on here, so I'm just going to trim. That'll make a nice little tag top, that little bit. Okay, so let's put some glue on this. And I'm gonna somewhere like that. Or do I want that on top of that? Want that on top of that. Okay. So we're getting there. A couple more pieces. I do think I want some yellow in this middle bit. So I'm thinking if I can tack that under there enough that the yellow would go nicely there. It would. So let's tuck that under there. Like so. There we go. That's nice. Now we've got some of this. Is that going to be big enough? No, it's not. I have got some here. Or actually I might use that as some of the top. Ah, here we go, we've got a piece here, look. Oh, that's not going to tear that way. Okay, we will cut it. And we're going to go in this gap here. So I'm going to go under you. Like so. That's that. So we just want a piece here. What do we want there? Do we want, I know the brown's not going to be quite big enough, is it? Just wondering if we want another little piece of the brown. I'm going to go across there, and then we could have, have I got any of that blue left? I have got some more of the blue, haven't I? Yep, I'm going to go here with this bit. And then I want a strip of blue underneath it. Like so. Enough so that it hangs over. There we go. So that is the base of the masterboard. Now, I didn't set my timer, so let me just see how long. It's taken us 22 minutes to do. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So what I want to do now is add some of the bits on top now, so that we then add to it. So you've got your base layer, which you could leave like this. You could have glued every piece down, or you can stitch around this and leave it like this. But before I do the stitching, I do want to just add some other elements to it. I'm just popping a bit of yellow here and there, like so. So I think for this, because we're going to be fabric on fabric, I'm going to have to just do a bead of Fabri-Tac glue for this. Doesn't need to be a lot, it just needs to be a little bead of glue. And we want some on you. And we're going to go in here, and then this one. It's going to go down the bottom here. Okay, so that's a bit of that on there. Now let's find our patterned ones. Here we go. That's a lovely piece there, isn't it? That would look nice there. Okay. And then we got with this bit. I'm trying not to think. I know when I do my collage, if I think too much, I seem to take forever to do it. So I am trying hard not to think too much about placement of these. I do want another bit of this, and I'm thinking I would like another bit down the bottom here. So let's try and not cut too many. Well, we're cutting birds in half, but I don't want to cut through their faces. It's what I'm trying not to do. And I think we need a bit of fraying on this. just think it needs it. There we go. And then I think that's going to go over there, but I just, where was the thin, there was a thin bit here. So let's have a bit of that on here. I tell you what, actually we'll have a piece of this over here because we haven't used any of that silky stuff yet. Yeah, just a bit there. Just to cover up that bit, like so. Then we'll go on with our lovely image, and I'm gonna go to the side there, I think. So that's nice. I like that there. Got a goober on the end. So I like that all across there. Like so. I don't mind using a bit of blue like here to patch it up. That would be nice. And there. So it's all about, yeah, just building up different layers. And I mean, you can do small pieces, you don't have to do big pieces. Come on, a bit of glue on here. It seems to not want to come out very well. There's my tissue. Let's wipe that. Come on, there we go. Now, I think I'm all right for down here. Just wanted something up here. Let's see what we've got. Maybe we can just have a small bit of that. We didn't use that one. And then we'll have a square of this. Well, not square, a piece of this. Okay, yep, happy with that. So I will need to leave this to dry before I sew it. So what I think I'll do is I'll join two videos together. So yeah, I think I do want something in that middle bit there. You're never quite finished, are we? Never quite finished. I think that might be nice. Just a piece of this. It's knowing when to stop, isn't it? I'm just wondering if it was tucked under there. Yeah, I think it needed to be tucked under that bit. So we need to go under there like so. And what do we have? Do we want anything else on that bit? Actually, looking at it as a whole, I don't think I do. So let's just clean my nozzle of my glue. How are we on time? Yeah, we're at about half an hour. So what I'm going to need to do is let this dry, and then I will be back. We will do some stitching around it once it's dry, and then we will finish it off and do some decorating and maybe put another layer. We can add lace and some trims, but that is the start of what's going to be, I think, a really lovely masterboard. So there we go. I will be back for you guys momentarily once it's dried. Take care. Hi everyone, so I'm back. This is dried and now it's time to stitch around it. So I've got my sewing machine all set up here. It's on a zigzag. What I do just want to make sure that I've got nothing too big overhanging, so I know where to sew. So yeah, that'd be fine. So let's just pop it under here and start going round. First thing I'm going to do is a zigzag stitch all the way around it. And I need to unfurl this. That's better. To the side, so let's go around this side. So that's the first bit, and then let's just knot it off. Sorry, I've just knocked the arm of the camera. I do apologise, jogging you there. Okay, so that's the first bit, and now it's a case of sewing down all the little bits, and it's really you can put as many stitches in it as you'd like. I think what I might actually do is do the bigger pieces first. So I'm going to go round here, then I'm going to go like round this one, I'll finish up this one, and then just see how much is left after that, because that's how I did my journal cover, that lovely red rose journal cover, or no, sorry, not red rose, pink rose journal cover. So I'm going to go on here. go round this little one. So I'm picking out the bits that are on the top basically, and going round those. Let's do this one. That's that. That over the top. That underneath. I'm just going to do this. Let's see. Actually, let's see what else hasn't been caught. Let's do these couple, and then that should start to help weigh down some of those bits that are in the middle. So let's do this blue one. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of some of these little strings on here so we can pull them through. If we can get this one through as well. Come through. Oh, I see, that's why it's got hooked up. Alright, you're not going to see the back. I'm just going to... Oh no, here we go. They're all through. All 4 through of them. That's good. And I must check my time because I'd like to be able to do some decorating as well. Oh, it's only been 5 minutes. That's good. That's good. We might be able to get this all sewn in this little video. This half of the video. And some decorating too. Okay. That's them. I've got these. So nice to hear the blackbirds singing away. I actually saw the male blackbird actually gathering up food rather than just helping themselves to the apples that's on the lawn. They were actually gathering big beakfuls of the food, so I'm guessing their chicks have hatched wherever they're nesting, and they're feeding. Either that or he's taking it to the female who's sitting on eggs. I don't know if they do that or whether they just swap. But yeah, we're soon going to have baby birds. I can't wait to see this year's chicks. Sorry, concentrating on here. Okay, I don't think that's going to come through. That's one, is it? That'll be why, because it's got hooked under one of these. Look. There we go. So yeah, this is, you can use anything for your base. If you've got a scrapbooking card that you're not particularly fond of. Okay, so where else do we want to now sew? I think a stitch down here should catch all of those, and then what I might do is see if we can go around them. Let's just go down here then. Move slightly to the side there. Where's my pedal gone? There it is. Then uncurl that and see if we can go all the way along here. That will catch that bit nicely. And yeah, I'm just going to keep going along here and stitching down the little pieces. That need stitching. Wonder if I can get the two in there. Probably not. Oops. Good job, it's quite flexible card. I can bend it to go in my I can hear it, doesn't sound very happy. Oh my, that's what we call in sewing terms a bird's nest. Something is catching. Let's re-thread this. I'm just going to pause the video and figure out what my sewing machine is doing to me. Just bear with me. Okay, I've sorted out that horrible bird's nest. It's left a bit of a holes where it's gone into the card, but I'm not worried about that because you won't see it. So let's try again, shall we? and we were going in this way, weren't we? Well, we know we were coming down this way. It's because she's such an old machine. I really need to find someone locally that will service her, but I'm just worried that they'll service her and she's so old she won't work. They'll say she needs parts, and I'll need a new sewing machine. And yeah, and now by the looks I'm out of bobbin. I am out of bobbin. Oh, I'm not doing very well today, am I, guys? I'm not doing very well in this second half of the video. Right, because I still need to do some more stitching around. I have done some while I was making sure that the sewing machine was working, but there's still a few little bits that need stitching down around here, sort of like I need to come around this one, that piece, down there, there's a little bit here and across here, and then this bit here and this bit. So I'm going to get myself some more bobbin on here, sew around this, and then I will be back and we can do the final part, which is decorating. So back shortly. Oh, hello again. It's been one of those days, hasn't it? What with the birds nesting, then the bobbin just ran out. So I thought, right, okay, do some more bobbing, get the rest of this finished, and then my thread's gone and run out, hasn't it? Oh, at least that's the three things out of the way. So I have finished this. I've been scrabbling around trying to find myself some other cream cotton, and I've managed to find a cheaper one, but it breaks very easily. So I decided to go ahead and finish this off camera. So all I have done is I've added this lovely bright green lace. It's just been, I did the same principle. I just put a couple of dots of glue just to hold it in place, and then I've zigzag stitched across here on all of these like that, so that they're a bit flappy. I then found this lovely blue trim. I had a few bits left of this, so I've done the same. I just tacked it down with the Fabri-Tac Glue, and then just a straight stitch down the middle of all of those. And then I found this little bit of material in my scrap box, and I just loved how they the embroidery's been done like daisies, so I cut them up individually and just put them on, and again they've been stitched around. So my masterboard, I feel, is complete now. We could add more lace, you could add more decoration, but what I actually want to do is be brave and cut into this. Whenever I've done masterboards before, like this one, if I don't use this as a journal cover, I'm very reluctant to cut into it. It sounds daft because we make them to cut up and to use, but it just, I don't know, just the collection of them all, it's like I don't really want to cut it up. But I am going to be brave with you guys on camera, and we are going to cut this up because it's been done on the 12 by 12. It's much easier for me to cut tags. I've got my bases here so I know what size to cut them, and if we turn it over and cut them, it's going to be a nice surprise. We're not going to know what we get. So let's move my sponge. Oh, by the way, I keep these are absolutely ideal for wrapping your snippet rolls round. I've often put any long thin bits of material that I think would make is long enough to tie around and be a closure for a journal. I'll wrap them on there. Or mixed media, I've used it to some of them to do mark making. So yeah, don't throw your plastic spools away, they come in handy. Right, okay, so let's be brave, let's turn it over, and we're going to go and work from this side, and we're going to cut it up. So my tags that I roughly use are about 3, what's that say, I'm going to have to tip the light, I can't quite see, there we go, 3 1/4 by 7 inches. So if we mark out 3 1/4 is about there, and we just mark it out all the way along, 3 1/4 and about 3 1/4. If I would go that way, yeah, if I do it on this bit here, let's grab one of these and my rotary cutter, and then I'll probably have to stand for this, so let me just push my chair back, line up them all, holding that down. Let's be brave and cut into it. If I can cut into it straight. Oh, right, okay. What do we do if we get another tag? What would that leave us? That would leave us a bit for a pocket, wouldn't it? Now I know a pocket doesn't need to be more than 5, so yeah, let's do that. So we're going to leave that to one side. I'm not going to look at it yet. I'm going to measure out another 3 1/4. And we will get a couple of tags, a little journaling card from the top of the 2 tags, and then we can do some pockets with the other one. Okay, so let's do this again. Trying not to let it move because it moved on me. Okay, so they're going to be for tags, these are going to be for journaling cards. Okay, so let's pop that up there. Let's do our ones for our tags. I'm trying not to look at them. Now we had it 7 high, didn't we? So let's turn it this way and let's measure 7, which we are about here. Okay, so I'm going to try and see if I can line that up on there so that I can get that straight there. Okay, so that's a nice little journaling card. That's going to be a tag. So okay, so let's do this again for 7. I'm intrigued to see what we get. I'm quite nervous as well. I don't know why I should be so nervous at chopping into it, but we created it to be chopped into. But yeah, I just that's going to go there, that's going to go there. So now what do we want? We want some pockets. Let's have a little look at, oops, where are we? I'll go back on there. Now I like my pockets to be about 5, so actually it's slightly bigger, but it should still fit on a page. Let's get it in inches. It's 5, 5.5. Let's see. That would still fit very nicely on a page. You'd probably just have to butt it up to that side a bit more. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Again, how high do we have them? We have our pockets about 4 inches. So let me just move to this ruler, it's easier to handle for small measurements. So we want 4 inches, and then we want another 4 inches, and theoretically being a 12, that should give us 4 there. Okay, so I want that to be straight on here. Okay, so that's one pocket. And that's 2 and 3 pockets. Okay. Don't need to do it anymore. Alright, now let's be brave and see what we have got. Let's turn them over, the big reveal, and just make sure we're all still in camera. Okay, so that's that one. Oh, that's really nice, isn't it? Take those bits, I might take those bits off. We could turn it around. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, interesting that we've not got any of the birds in this one. What have we got on this one? Well, there's a little bit there. Okay, then the pockets. Ah, I see, it was this end. There are 3 pockets. Put them like so. There are journaling cards, and they're going to be our tags. Actually, that has worked out really quite nicely. Well, I am so glad I cut into these. Okay, now, do I want to snip anything off there? I don't think I do, but what we do need to do is just go around the outside, sew them to seal where we've cut. So it's a good job I found that cheap thread. So let me just move this up here, swing this back round. Is that all in camera for you guys? Yeah. Okay, and I'm just going to go round the outside. Well, I don't need to on this bottom bit, but I need to on the three other sides. Okay. What's happened here? Too long a thread. Let's chop that off. We don't need all of that. I need to move it back to zigzag. Okay. So we are just going to give it a zigzag all the way around. Okay, so that seals that all up, and we'll knot that off, and that's a lovely little journaling card. Now that's already sealed round here, so I just need to zigzag up here. Like so. Now these pockets, that's got a zigzag round there, so we need to go all 3 sides. I'll just go around all this one. Just need, by the looks, to do two sides on this one. We're basically just sealing back up the edges to make sure that none of the material is going to come loose and flap about. Now our tags, I want to decide which way they should go first. I'm just wondering if we snip, let's have a little look at our my little card. That would take that off. That would take that off. I think I'm going to do it like so. Let's grab my big scissors. Okay, flip that around. Like so. So that's our tag shape to sew round, and I think I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to do a little fat one, I think, slightly different top to it. Yeah, this one, wasn't it? So there we go, that's our tag shaped ones that we can now sew around. So let's just start, and I think I'm going to do all the sides on the tag just to make sure. So that's our tag all sewn round. Oh, doesn't that look lovely? let's move this over to the side, and we have got 2 tags. Let's bring this down. Two tags there. We have, would go that way, and that way, and then a couple of journaling cards. How fun is that? Oh, I really like that. And then I mean, you could have them just as they are, back them with some coffee dye paper would be really good. Let's just cut that little bit off. Didn't quite catch in there. There we go. Yeah, back on with some coffee dye paper or some thicker card because they're quite floppy. And then you can write on the back of them. But aren't they wonderful? I wonder what we could put on the top. Let's have a look at timings, how we're doing. 20 minutes. The first one was half an hour, and then there was a couple of minutes. So yeah, these could, I know what might look quite nice on these. Let me just grab my flowers that we've been making. I've still got one of these, and I often think that one of this would look lovely. There are little flowers that we made, and these are the ones that have been made with the glue gum. I just thought that would be really quite nice on the top of one of those. Let's have a look. Not quite sure on the rest of them on there. They're not. Oops. Pulling my threads because I haven't cut them up. Let's have a look at some of these that were done by hand with the buttons. Or they would be nice, wouldn't they? Look at that. That looks really quite nice on there, doesn't it? What else have we got in here? We've got that one. That's a lovely one. It worked really, really well, that one. So that would be perhaps quite nice on there. So it's a way of using our I don't think I would put them on the pockets because they would create quite a bit of a bulk on here, but on our journaling cards and our tags, they would be really quite nice because you could they can be removed easily enough. So that's an idea, and that's our masterboards. Obviously you can decorate these up however you like with lots of trims. You could put paper on top of them. You could have some butterflies on the top of them. But I hope this gives you some ideas to have a play around with and to actually be brave and cut into your masterboards. As I said, I'd be the first to say I'm never usually cut them up, but I'm so glad I did with this one. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I do apologise for my 3 mistakes, my 3 little blunders that I made. Joys of having an old sewing machine, and well, yeah, I've used so much sewing stuff recently that I've run out of thread. But yeah, that's just the way it goes. I'm sure we've all been there. So thank you very much for sticking with me and watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will be back next week with some more fun with fabric on Fridays. So take care everyone. Happy crafting. Bye.